Video games when you're home? What do you
Uh-oh.
That's a lot of work to say all the games that I play.
What are your top three?
I was about to say.
Black Ops.
One of my favorites. I used to play Siphon Filter as a kid. Okay.
Assassin's Creed.
Okay. If you could change any one aspect of the game, what would you change?
The graphics.
The graphics. Do you know you said a mouthful? For every graphic person, for every game, there are 180 graphic artists who are preparing that game. From people who are doing the claymation shots, to people who are drawing it, to people working on the computers. You have a job ready. Now my question is, do you want the job or do you want the career?
Or do you want to own it?
Job, career, or ownership?
So if you could create the enhanced graphics for Black Ops, would you prefer to get paid for it or give your work to somebody else?
I'd rather get paid for it, actually.
Well, then you just said your $10 career. Because your mom already has a computer at home. You have the knowledge, you know what you want to do with it. So why not create the updated graphic program for it?
Right.
You have YouTube already. You have it all. And that would take you, it would cost you all of lunch to create it. Because you would know what color schemes to put in. You would know what abilities you wanted. You know how many restores you want to put into the graphics work. But you know, over the last 2 years, I would say, I was just reading an article from Steve Harvey. He said this year in 2015, past year, the biggest millionaires were aged from age 18 to 26. They became millionaires the most. From age 18 to 26.
18 to 26.
How old are you?
15.
How far are you from 18?
Not that far.
So if you came up with the newest idea for a new graphic for Black Ops, or a Siphon Filter, or Assassin's Creed, say you made Assassin's Creed 7 by the time you were 18, you laid the storyline down and you were ready to get it in. How much would that be worth to you alone? So you go to EA Games and say, this is my presentation. You already have the rights to the game, you already got your copyrights in place. I want EA Games to sponsor my program. Your mom paid what? Anywhere between $59 to $89 for Black Ops or one of those games, didn't she? What if you got $10 on every one of those games that sold? The newest 18-year-old millionaire walking around.
See, what happens is we think that time, you have to wait time. You just have to take time. You use it. See, what he was saying is those are 18 to 29-year-old millionaires. That means that all the stuff they did, and they started when they were your age.
And they were doing everything you were doing, sitting at home, playing video games.
And I'll be fighting them.
And that's the weirdest thing, because we tell them, go back, you read a book, get off the... And the fact is that we got to make room for their generation, because this is their time.
They learn differently.
They do. They learn differently. We want to interject. We want to keep some of the old school, like reading in there, so that you can keep imploring yourself to learn more. But you want to also introduce the option of learning and creating with creation. That's the independent thought process. Do you know how priceless it is for independent thinkers?
Critical thinking is all there.
Oh, God.
And now, I'm sorry, we were off the subject. I'm sorry. I see teenagers and I just...
Yeah, you want to give them a little bit of the opportunity, because a lot of times, I'm a parent, so 9 times out of 10, my daughters, I have 2 kids, big teenagers, and they're like this, in the car, at the table, and I'm like, okay, technology down, I run a technology business, so that's really odd to hear from me, so I have to actually tell them, technology down, take your time, this is family time, communication, so they don't lose those skills, but then I got to kind of back off and let them embrace this time. This is their time that they're building it. And they'll keep creating it. They will keep creating it. You guys, you keep doing what you're doing, but take time to talk to mom. That's important. Those communication skills. That one right there, that's your investor. That's your first investor. You better make sure you talk to her.
I already invested.
That's what I'm saying. You better talk to her. Because even on your phone, you can be developing that software while you're playing it. You see a little something you want to tweak. They have developer software for every game company, so that they're always trying to get people who want to kick in their little 2 cents. They'll give you access to that stuff. You can even call the company and say, "Hey, how do I get the codes to put some stuff in my game? I want to really ramp up my game." And you know what they're going to be doing while you're ramping up your game? They'll be watching you. They're going to make contact with you when you play the game and it doesn't look the same as everybody else's. Because remember, these things go online, right? People will go, "Wait a minute, where'd that character come from? Oh, that's mine." And I know you love to hear that one, right? Oh, new
what's that, Minecraft?
Minecraft. That's the old input.
Minecraft.
Yeah. World of Minecraft.
And now they got this new one, building graphic, or seashore bomb or something weird.
And we get the option. We get to play with it. You get to get into the code.
You know what they don't know that I just found out? Sony has a technology camp.
What?
And so does Apple.
I'm doing for it.
So I was looking into that like just a few days ago to try to get him into, and I want to bring it to the community too. Kids don't know this exists. Parents don't know. So I want to definitely bring that to my community.
Sony Wonder is there's an office upstairs. Go visit the office.
You can find out all the programs they have. That building is amazing, and they have a lot of information. They service our community. Do you know who the most people that go there on a regular basis are? The kids in our neighborhood.
Yep.
I used to take them when I was there with kids. I take groups of kids and just book in. Schools love to take the kids there. It's a great interactive museums that we have for technology.
Technology museums, just where it started to where it is now and where it's going.
Yes.
So where it's going is just beyond our even imagination. And sometimes you're in the right age of the digital technology of information that you just, if you don't know, it's because you choose not to know.
Exactly.
Everything is just there and it's just there. So
you've been to Sony Wonder?
I haven't. I haven't taken him. That's how I just discovered it. I just discovered it. I'm gonna take him this week, sometime this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's like 3 floors, and they do this huge screen. There's always different movies to show.
I'm gonna try to do like a group in the neighborhood, like all the kids, teenagers who play games.
How old are you, young man? You said 15. Are you out of school for Regents Week this week?
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter's loving that.
Go tomorrow. Fridays when they put all the new games that they're trying out up there.
That's the other thing. Oh yeah.
That's true.
Downstairs they have games that you can just play inside the Sony store, but upstairs they have video games. You can try out their games, and they have set up the consoles where they have the whole thing set up. You can feel it on the ground. I mean, this is crazy. I've gone in with the kids. They have the games from all the little kids like Super Mario Brothers and stuff to the games that you guys play.
They have a rumble stage on it, so if you're doing off-bike ride, off-roads, you can feel the road under your feet move like you're in the car.
So I
had to get off. I was giving me vertigo. Just driving me a little crazy.
If you have a bad stomach, Sony pick and choose what you do.
Yes.
You want to get on everything.
I know, and that's perfect. That is
and they don't rush you out unless it's overly crowded.
Nice.
So you can sit there and take your time and go through everything.
You could go tomorrow.
You can go by yourself. You don't need a parent.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your resources.
Awesome.
And your advice. We need a lot more adults, a lot more people to actually just keep on. I don't know you. I don't know your mother, where you come from, but I'm going to tell you this information might change your life.
And then take it home and say, Mom, can we try this?
Yeah.
I like when, my kids go to different events and stuff, and when I learn, some parents tell me, so of course it helps me, so we pass that on.
Right.
And so I will send my kids to places, and they're like, Mom, we got to do this. My daughter signed up. I was sitting here at the 2 events ago. 2 of these events ago. I never thought this girl was going to ever say this. My youngest daughter asked me, I want to go to college now. Now, mind you, my oldest daughter did college now. This was in 10th grade. And I'm thinking, well, why wouldn't she? It's like a last thought for me because I'm thinking 11th grade. But the guy at ASA sitting across from us was talking to her. And I was like, college, did she look like me? ASA? You want to go to ASA? She was like, oh, no. But he said I could go to college now there. and it's transferable. And I already know the value of the College Now program, but it never occurred to her mom, 10th grade was okay. Sometimes we need those kids to tell us, you can get out the box now.
Yeah.
You can get out that box now.
Yeah.
But let me change gears just slightly a bit, please. Now, you're here at the job fair today. You know there's a group called YAI upstairs on the floor? They have a 14-week internship program that's paid for. And they get you, yeah, they pay you. Yeah, they have a $3,000 grant available for all teenagers. You might want $2,000. You might want to go visit them. And then you have it where you, after they do that, they can help you get into a college and College Now, and you have a lifelong support system. Because once you're in YAI, there are other outlets you can use. Like you can do youth intervention programs. That's one thing they do. And they have 2 locations. And I don't think you're running away, but you know, I know you know some friends who are going through some rough spots with their family. They have runaway services, home shelters for teenagers. Yes. Everyone knows one of their friends who are having a rough time at their home with their mom, and you know, or their dad, or is in an abusive situation with their boyfriend or girlfriend at 14 or 15. And they can't run home and tell their parents that, but if you put a bug in their ear, they don't have somewhere to go now. You just went to a program who has resources in the community for them.
It's good to when kids have resources, they have options to give to each other. So the pressure turns into peer promotion instead of being rushed into something that you have no options for, and then they have, I can't help you. Now
and
you
then also, like when you try to help a lot of people, like certain people, and then they don't take your help, or when you're trying to help a community and they trample over that help, some kids get discouraged.
Right.
He's been discouraged. Like even today, I had one more flyer for this event, and right before I left my building, I saw a group of youth, of teenagers, and I walked past. I said, "No," I stopped. Give me that bag. He was like, "Mom, why are you even bother? You know that I'm like, Matt, don't be like that." I went and I gave it to them, and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect you guys, but just in case someone's interested or in need, here you go." And the guy looked at it, and the other guy was like, "Oh yes," he snatched it. He was like, "Yes, thank you, ma'am, thank you."
See,
I remember because one of them asked me, I was talking to someone about resources, and one of them overheard me and they asked, "Ma'am, are you hiring? Are you hiring?" I said, "I wish I was. I will hire you and all you guys in a heartbeat, but I'm not hiring, but I can get other people that are hiring."
And you're here,
so here I am.
This event.
I gave it to them.
Isn't it interesting? Because these people here are really hiring.
Yeah.
Looking. CVS, the CVS program, you know the store.
Yes.
Where you go to the pharmacy. Right. They're hiring. All of their stores right now. They're growing because they picked up a huge hospital account.
Nice.
They're growing. And did you know that they do training? My daughter, I didn't know this because it sounds all of them. When my daughter went, I thought she was going for cashier. I was like, "Oh, you're going to be cashier?" She was like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm going to be cashier." They put her as a pharmacy tech.
Nice. That is beautiful.
She was the pharmacy tech. They did the training. She passed the training. She was doing compliances. She's in college for the first year. So, of course, she was like, "This is too much, Mommy. It's driving me crazy." I said, "No problem." She made a good rapport with the manager. She had to come out of working, but she never expected once. And that pharmacy tech gets paid more. You get paid more because you do more trainings. You deal with higher levels of clients because of course you're passing. Do you know how much money passes through a line? I was like, what? Because they deal with the prescriptions, and prescriptions are paid for.
Yep.
There's co-pays. I didn't know people pay hundreds of dollars for co-pays with insurance. So I learned through my daughter what that economic space looks like. And all she did was thought she was applying for it to be a Dwayne Reed reception, cashier. So I'm going to put some stock up and I'll be the cashier. She said they think I could just work in the pharmacy. And she loved it. It was just more pressure with her school because my daughter does everything. My kids don't like to do one thing. They're like, "Well, I could do this." And if you tell them, they'll go, "I could do it. I could do it." I'm like, okay, I got to be the one to remind them. There's only 24 hours of a day. You have to eat and sleep in between. Like how I'm the mom that has to kind of remind them there's a clock involved. But you know what? I have to remind them myself sometimes. Let them run.
Yeah.
And those dreams will happen on their own when they're ready.
We had a good argument about the games, about me letting him play so much on games. I said there's a time, there's a certain amount of hours you play on the game. You need to get off of it. You need to read. You need to interact with me. But he says, Mom, you know that the smartest, the most geniuses, the young ones are the actual gaming people because the cognizant. I mean, he made an argument. I was like, you know what? I can't even argue with that.
And you are completely right. But all those geniuses are none of them are couch potatoes. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
The idea of being a genius means you are fully vested in the entire lifespan. You think on the couch, you play on the couch, but you have to get up and socialize. Part of that gaming world is a socialization that goes on outside of the computer world. They socialize on there because they have their virtual headsets and video screening and there's teleconferencing going on. But they get out and socialize. Do you know there's last week there was a Black Comic Book Festival. Half the people that I know are total gamers. They were all out at the festival. They weren't sitting there behind the computer. But they were casting from the gaming event, the comic book event, to the systems, to the people they talk to in other countries. So it's an interactive, continual process. It's just not all done on the couch. I know that's a good argument. They're like, Mom, but you know, I'm socializing, I'm getting around. But inanimate video is still inanimate.
Yes.
The people are talking to you, but there's no physical contact. There's no personal touch to it.
Right.
As a gamer or as a genius or as an individual who wants to have a full life and understanding of what life really consists of, you need that personal, physical interaction. The handshake far supersedes the idea of, hey, I'll text you back when I get back. Or I'm in a conference, I'll call you back. Or I got a text message, text me, I can't talk right now. That eye contact, you can't do that on a phone. You can't FaceTime me and tell me that's an emotional conversation when it's done through a video portal.
Right.
You can yell and scream, but that's on your side. The other side, the phone is probably sitting in a corner somewhere, they ain't heard a word you said. All you heard was, yeah, oh yeah, I understand. But you don't have a reciprocal conversation going on because you're ranting and raving. You're like, look at this fool. He has no idea I'm not paying him any money. And there's no emotion.
I think what you want to tell him is he wants to be engaged.
Yeah, engaged.
That's
the word I'm looking
for.
for.
You want people to, like what we're doing now. This is something that we can take back and forth. We want to hear from you.
I can guarantee you will hear more. You will remember a lot more of this conversation when you get home. And you're going to bring it up to your mom, I'm sure.
Because the thing is you guys are both right. And I'm so glad that you understand that part of gaming. Because some people just do things like television. No, Mom, I'm learning stuff. Yeah, I'm on this channel and that channel. I'm like, you're not doing it. You're watching it. It's not getting it.
Exactly.
You haven't learned till you can do it. And that's how that you know what you've learned.
I also take him to community events.
Awesome.
I take him to NYPD council committee meetings. I take him I take him to senators. I take him to council members. Yes. I take him everywhere, whether he likes it or not, because it's going to be familiar to him. Right. And when it comes out to speaking about it and dealing with people of these, this collab, he would just fly right through it.
Well, they're also going to know, and that's important.
Exactly.
Those are important people who make very important decisions about the community in which you're growing up in. And so you want them to know someone in that community so they make really thoughtful ideas and decisions around people like you they know.
You're a new constituent.
Yeah.
You are a voter. Your voice counts. So if you're familiar with who the politicians are, when they're spouting what they're going to do, you have an active interest because you live in the neighborhood. So if they say, well, we're opening up new schools and we're doing new job training programs, if you've been in a neighborhood for 5 years and no doors have opened, no jobs have opened, you can actually say, well, let's say senator or assemblyman, my name is blah, blah, blah. I've been in this neighborhood for 5 years. We had someone come in, put a building up, put a sign on. The doors haven't opened. There are no counselors in there for any student or adult, no family. There's no new jobs coming about. You have a say because if you're a constituent who frequents the board meetings and the town halls, they know your face.
And they know him.
See, and that's the thing that his mom was just saying, I think is really important. They know him. When they know you, they become interested in what's important to you because they like you.
And they are. he's actually stood up and spoken to the board. I was a part of the board at one point. I had to resign to go into state assembly.
Okay.
So he actually has gotten up to speak and say thank you to the work that they've done. Thank you to NYPD officers, because we are in a bad neighborhood, but they've been walking the beat. We have Operation Clean Halls.
Right.
So they started, especially with my tenant association, like things started changing. I'm like, at least tell them thank you.
Right.
Let them feel wanted and acknowledged also. It's always about, what they're doing bad, it's always negative. Let's try to bring out some of the positive.
It's a two-way relationship.
It
like
is.
You said, it's a handshake. You have
He
to
was
be able to
part of the Youth Police Academy also.
Really?
He met a lot of
did you
wonderful
like
officers.
I'm going to ask you, did you like that? I'm sorry, we're talking about him as though he doesn't have a name. What is your name, my dear?
It's Matthew.
Hi, Matthew. It's interesting, as you're both speaking, watching this young man and the facial expressions. As my 18-year-old is like, oh, she's 17. Oh, gosh, crazy. She's 17. Let's slow her down. It's almost at the same point. You guys made the same face. And I understand it's a youth thing. Because I bet you're outgoing as a person. As a young person. When you're not around your parental units and you're kind of on your own, you're kind of a stand-up guy, right? You're one of your friends that speaks to the boys, right? I love it. Well, I'm only guessing this because when you can talk to your mom about having that much understanding about things like your gaming, you can defend what you love to do, and you're articulate, I can tell you're outgoing. It's just when you get around your parents, you kind of get like, and it's okay.
Hush mouth. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
it's okay.
Then you want to hide his awesomeness from
Of course.
you. Like, all his. I'm like, come on, I know what you are.
She already knows you're awesome.
You. Hello.
She's welcome to come out. I would actually like to invite you to an actual gaming company's events. There are a bunch of games going on around.
He didn't want to come
And
today.
I know one of the owners, and he actually is doing a project with Microsoft right now. So you guys would love to. You can go out and play video games for free.
You have your own controller?
With Xbox wise?
You can do it. I think they have some there.
Greetings, this is Verona the Dance Specialist, and as you have seen, they were ambushing a teenager. So, they are here on Create Your World at the career fair, and I want them to introduce themselves and tell us why they are here and what they do.
Okay. Hello there.
Hi.
I love it. So, the name of the company, my name is Ruby Thomas, and this is my partner.
My name is Alvin Thomas. How are you?
We are the owners of Gotcha Techs, which is a technologies company for Harlem and low-income areas in tri-state New York area. What we do is kind of vast now. We provide small businesses as well as entrepreneurs with the technical advantage to compete in today's society. Everything from websites to getting your technology on board, up and running, so that you can function your small business just like the big boys. So the idea is to keep you guys ahead and our community growing financially. So we are hiring. Actually, we're always hiring. We're always encompassing new talents in technology. So everything from physical technicians, people who do technical assistance for assisting small businesses in those tasks that are online, like their mail marketing stuff and social media stuff, because a baker's not going to build a website. I hope not. So that's where we come in. We also teach small business development. We work with Operation Hope. And we teach also, actually I've been doing this, I've been doing something called job development. Thank God I know Robin. Robin Saunders is amazing. She's a doctor.
Okay, yes. That is, Robin Saunders is the one that coordinate all the career fairs at the New York Library.
And why we're here.
Okay, great. And your role.
I'm sorry.
In just a moment, I'll be sure to give it to you.
Hi, well, like I said, my name is Alvin Thomas, and I'm responsible for the marketing of Gotcha Techs and what we do.
And his phone got him.
And I'm sorry to
Unfortunately, that phone
and they're calling.
I'm
But right now we're working, Gotcha Techs is working on a new program called Lazarus, which is a way for people to maintain their current technology Yes, she just happened to have. It's called restoring your technology because there's no reason why you have to always buy a new computer. Computers have a lifespan longer than people understand. It's just that the software just needs to be upgraded and maintained. So if you come by Gotcha Techs and you say you heard about Lazarus, we will sit down, we'll talk to you, explain how to maintain your software, keep it upgraded, and you don't have to have everything run to the cloud and feel as though you're not in control of your system any longer. With a lot of companies who have like HIPAA certification, they worry about putting their documentation out for everyone to see. We show them how to keep it in-house. And that's just a small basic of what we're currently working on.
Is that the same? Well, on a smaller scale, my PC, I have videos because I've been downloading videos, and they say that to put it on an external hard drive because it's sort of that my PC can run faster.
It would actually.
That's kind of like the same thing.
I tell people all the time. Okay, you have two choices. You have two options. You can put it on an external hard drive, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but always have a secondary backup in the cloud somewhere, but in a secured place. A lot of people like to do these free services. The only problem with the free services is you get what free gets you. Okay, limited space half the time, and also you have to worry about your data because you want to make sure you know how, the kind of company, what kind of backup service they offer. The paid ones tend to do a lot better. They don't cost an arm and a leg. It won't. It can cost you anywhere from $10 a month, and that's cheap to store a terabyte. That's huge, okay? Unless you're making NBC or Oprah shows, you are not restoring that much stuff. So if you can get $10 a month for a terabyte, you can even share your space with others. So that's nothing, pennies a month to actually be able to store your stuff in a secure place that doesn't fall apart. There'll be no fires. You know, there's a backup for it. And the stuff you carry on your little hard drive is the stuff you use back and forth when you're not connected to the web. Okay, so it is correct to back up on a hard drive that's external. That's great because it will keep your computer from being overloaded while trying to work those programs at the same time. Okay, so we try to help give this type of information to small businesses so that they run optimally without having to spend huge amounts on technology in itself. That something, and this is what's promoted a lot of times. If I made the equipment, of course I tell you need to upgrade it because I'm trying to sell it.
Right.
If I'm trying to sell it, your stuff is old. Get this new stuff. I'm like,
someone has said that my laptop was old.
You just need a new one.
I need to get an upgrade or something like that. But because it was running slow a little bit on the internet, but I knew why because I had the videos.
Exactly.
I knew why.
You had a lot of stuff running in it. What you needed them to do is to get you back up and running, not to market more to you. Right. A lot of people tend to do that.
Well, these are people that don't do this kind of stuff. So it wasn't even somebody that sells computers or sells software.
They just didn't want to do the job.
They just didn't want to wait. I have to wait.
So the thing is that what we're trying to do is what we've always done really is employ people who are local to work in their community. Because one, we realize that we know how money works. We know how economics work. If you survive from your neighborhood can survive longer. One person buys from them, that's the services they're using in the community, it goes back into the community. The other thing is jobs are important. Having jobs in your local area to service one another implores that to happen more often. It also makes for a stronger community. Education dollars start going into those communities. Hospitals start getting built. Different services can be put in when you develop small businesses. This is one of the reasons why we do small business development. We want to see them not only survive but thrive in our day and age. This is our information age. So it's information age. We got to make the most of it.
Okay, I thank you, Ruby and Alvin,
for
being on this special birthday show.
I love it. It's going to be your birthday. Yes.
This is going to be.
And when is your birthday?
February 12th.
That's right.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. So every year, continue to prosper as you always.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you for being on Create Your World.